Hello and welcome to Rule of Thirds, a conversation about art, design and culture with your hosts
Burns,
Mike
and Jude.
If this is your first time listening, welcome to the family. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod. Don't be shy to say hi.
A question about the arts and the craft. If you didn't know, then it's good that you asked. You tune into the culture. Just the rule of thirds. If you want to, you could tune at work, yeah. And tell me, does that frame fit good? Does it feel right? You want to steal a photo for your website, but you want a logo we can design, right? Yeah.
We hope you're enjoying and staying safe in this summer. In today's episode, we dissect the latest season of Stranger Things, the influence of Kate Bush, and the importance of preserving detail, and so much more. What else?
Wow.
What's the what else? Sock on the cup in the punch. Now.
Yeah.
What's the what else?
Such a chaotic start.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone's in a good mood. How is everyone doing? How are we?
Summertime.
Summertime.
Yeah.
What's the next lyric? Yes, in fact,
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, that's what I know.
That's why I start miming.
Oh, you lot are frauds.
You remember that? You seen that video on TikTok?
Which one?
Well, last, the guy's like,
Oh, what? You can bounce the
And the music cuts.
He's like, hey, yo, man.
nah, that's facts of a lot of music though.
A lot.
You know what I hate? Yeah, when you're at like a party or something, and like people are singing the lyrics, and they look at you in the eyes,
Bro! No.
And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Go on.
Man's just miming the thing.
No. This happened to me on Thursday at like our office party.
Yeah.
And one guy, it was either 21 seconds or...
What, 21 seconds to go?
Yeah.
No.
Or it might be something else. And he was like... And I was like,
Yeah.
don't do this, but we're both bobbing. I was just there like,
And he called everybody like, he's about to rap. He's black. He knows the lyrics.
Look at me eyeball to eyeball. I'm like, no,
the lyrics,
please.
Trying to escape. You're like,
No. No, but it was good. It was good. I feel like everyone's enjoying, like, I don't know, the sun's out, heat wave-ish, even though it's a bit, you know.
At the time
a
we're
bit
recording
muggy
this,
'cause
we haven't
UK.
experienced the mad thing that's about to come.
30-something
I can't lie.
degrees.
Even like the week past was a bit. There was a bit of a brazy heat. Like everybody was like, "Yo, man, I'm slumped."
Mm.
Yeah, a lot of people have been very
Everybody
tired
was
too,
slumped
you're
because
right.
the heat just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody just kind of like, you know, when it's so hot that you want to have a nap.
Yeah.
And like, there's no breeze as well. It's just like,
No.
it stays in the air.
But it's how this country's designed though.
What's the design?
I
See what you did there. Hey.
You know what it is, yeah? Like, our houses are built to like insulate the heat. Because this
Yeah,
country
yeah,
can get
yeah.
really cold. So it's
Yeah.
like, when it gets hot here, we don't know what to do with ourselves.
Yeah.
So 40 degrees in like somewhere else is like, it's calm.
Calm,
Because
yeah.
the way everything's been built is like, it makes sense. But we're just not built for that, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, maybe there needs to be new builds designed for the new weather, for climate change, because it's a thing now.
The new builds are not even built
I was
for,
gonna.
for
that's
new builds.
exactly what I was gonna say.
they're not even good enough
Sometimes they're
to
not
live
fit.
in.
Are they even fit for purpose?
They're really not.
The walls are made of
Clay.
and
Even
trees.
that would be good. Yeah.
That's true actually.
Actually, you're right. You know,
Yeah, clay building because it can insulate.
But I know why people always say like when it gets windy, like your house will just be shaking.
You see the house is moving like
swaying
like
away.
jelly. Like, what's going on?
Oh my days.
Hey, to Michael's question, yeah, we're good. I'm good anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
We always forget to
Yeah.
I had to,
answer.
I had to
that's
backtrack. Yeah, but now I'm good. How you doing, Burns?
Good, man. Weather's good.
Yeah,
Life is good. Can't complain.
love that.
Yeah, man.
Enjoyment.
Last.
Now everybody
last.
go chop
Breakfast.
Michael, how you doing?
I'm good.
How was your
good.
last day?
Yeah. No.
This was your last one.
Yeah,
though. It
yeah,
wasn't
no,
like-
now I'm out. I'm out.
okay.
I'm out. I know
Okay.
because I feel like I gave
So
a prelude before the
Monday,
prelude.
you're a free agent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Monday, I'm looking for cinemas to go to at 10 a.m. because that's
Hey,
that's
10
my
a.m.
version of celebrating. I said,
I want to see you
Yeah.
writing notes.
don't worry,
Yeah, you
don't
know,
worry.
With his legs
It will-
crossed.
oh.
Leave me alone.
It will
In the
return.
afternoon.
It will return. I got my like Odeon like limitless thingy machine now. So
Oh
like,
my
I used to get one of
gosh.
those. How
now
much
I'm
is it?
gonna be £17
For how long?
for a month.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that when.
Wait, what's your favorite cinema?
Ooh, so we had this conversation. I had a conversation about this with someone. I don't know because I like if you say like screens.
Yeah.
I feel like BFI IMAX has like obviously like the best screen in like
Yeah,
London,
yeah.
but then super screens in Cineworld are also good.
Yeah.
But then Cineworld prices are not so good. View
Yeah.
prices
View have the best prices.
are better,
They have
but
the
you
best
don't
prices.
always
Some.
get the decent sized screens. So it's like
Yeah, true.
it's a mixed bag, and
Stratford Views, it's pretty decent.
it is.
But it's quay if you
it
don't
is,
live in
yeah,
that.
That's the thing. But and also like because I remember when a couple of us went to watch Candyman. It was like
Mhm.
there's smaller screens. It was nice
Ooh.
though. But like I don't know, depending on the type of film you want to watch, sometimes you want to watch it on like a larger screen so you can get be immersed in the experience.
Yeah.
I like the little cozy ones though. I can't lie.
But if you're
Yeah.
watching like a Top Gun and like I don't know, it's like there's planes moving and the sound effects and like the score. I don't
You
know. I
want
like
to be big
I like
and grand. Yeah,
that's-
yeah, yeah.
feel
I hear
me.
that.
Yeah, just
That was like I remember
want it
watching
all.
Tenet like that. Like Tenet,
Bro.
was great.
That was my
yeah.
last film
Is it?
before
Oh,
lockdown. No, so I watched other. Sorry.
Okay, I was about to
Before, I'm
say.
saying before lockdown. I went to is it Curzon? I think that's
Cousin,
okay.
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 Yeah, yeah.
I went there with the missus and fam. We watched 4 Love and Thunder.
Mm.
Right.
Oh, I still
Oh,
haven't seen
yeah.
it.
Okay, I was gonna say.
But
Okay.
the
Tic
Curzon,
tac, tic tac, tic
Curzon
tac.
experience. This is not a paid ad. The Curzon experience here was
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm.
Like,
Or they brought you wine yet?
or they could have.
Bro, they could have.
Yeah.
Foot
So
massage.
we got like cocktails and that. But then they brought we ordered like hot dogs and they literally brought it to us.
Oh,
Okay.
so you'd have to
Sitting
wait
on-
in line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah.
And they got like sofas at the back. Like it's
Okay.
it's relaxing.
Get
out.
Where's your mind?
Wait.
Renew your mind.
And renew a right spirit within
Oh my
me.
gosh.
Amen.
Cause we not always from thy presence.
Nah,
That's
you
it.
man, yeah.
No, but I hear that now. The Bible-
But like it's just relaxing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think all time is View for me.
View.
I'm just in love with their prices, man. I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
It's true.
Because
Even-
any movie you get like
It's
Yeah.
not it's not bummy
$7.99.
cinema.
$7.99.
Yeah.
No, it's
My,
not. yeah.
Stratford's £6.99.
Yeah, it's
It's,
true. It's true.
Every day, every
Nah,
film.
to see me still. I want to
Yeah,
go and
man.
do a
Yeah,
cheeky
it's tight because
little-
I've got this card and Odeon. I wouldn't say they're the best,
But if you're watching 2 movies
But if you're
or
watching-
more a
yeah,
month,
exactly,
you're-
then it's
you're-
worth
yeah,
it,
It's
but-
worth it.
it depends on the months as well. Because
So how many
sometimes
quality movies coming out right
that's
now?
the thing.
Like the
Yeah.
Minions in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I need
Minions.
I feel like I need to watch like
Yeah.
all the other films before, like Despicable Me, before I watch this Minions film to get. I like backstory and stuff.
Why is everyone wearing
the Minion version?
Why is everyone wearing suits? to
Oh my
this?
god! I think it's just
Is
I
it from
mean-
the film at all?
no. It's a meme.
Oh, man.
Well, it's not a meme, but
Mm.
basically they're trying to show how important it is to them. That it's so serious that they have to kind of rock out. In
You,
suits.
you know what it is.
and
It-
now
I feel
become a
like
thing.
it's their version of like. Their version of when we did the whole like, oh my
Wakanda.
gosh, yeah, Wakanda.
You're
we're
so
we're gonna
rich.
dress up and,
Nah, I can't lie. That was
they
one of the
tried.
most braziest experiences. Like
Wakanda forever.
everyone really came in gums.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
and I'll do it again.
Yeah.
But is that gonna happen again?
No, I mean for this second
It,
film,
it might do. It
I feel
depends
like-
on how that happens. Second.
And it
film.
depends what kind
You
of.
reckon?
I don't. Not even just what. I feel like it depends if another black film that
It
has
can
like
only be
a,
Wakanda. I can't lie to you.
no, but it has to
Yeah.
have some African
Why-
significance.
why- I'm trying to
It
think
can
Because
only be-
if it was
Wakanda's
like
because
a-
it was African significance. That's what it was.
It's not even real, man.
I know, but it's just
Yeah.
like it kind of.
I don't-
It's
I
real
think-
in the sense of
I-
that they're
yeah.
brought in all the cultures. So you
That-
know that
that's the
scene
thing.
where they're doing that, they're shaking their
Mm.
yeah,
like
yeah,
before the fight.
yeah.
Right.
You see people in their different garments, but
Mm.
those garments are from different countries
Mm.
within
Mm.
Africa. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
I guess also like because I guess it's the first time Jude is just bobbing up and down. But I guess like for the first time, this was words. For the first time, we had like a lot of money pumped into a film by like
It's a,
Yeah.
this is a big. It's not like
It's
a
like-
small
yeah.
budget. Yeah.
So I think that's probably why we were all like, oh my gosh, and like
Yeah.
having a name like Marvel behind a film like that
Yeah.
probably is why we now went all like crazy. I feel like I always like go back to tweets. Like, you know, when you search like stuff that you tweeted and stuff, and I was like, wow, I was really that time I was so gassed.
Oh no,
for the
yeah.
film.
no, but all of us,
All of us were
gassed,
so
man.
gassed.
Yeah.
for
It
the
was
film.
a beautiful
It
moment.
was
I think
like really serious cultural moments.
there was even aspects of the film that I loved when I like colonizers and
Mm.
like I
It
feel
made,
like
made you feel like like
it was almost like you
Mm.
get it.
Payback time.
Yeah, basically that's what it was. So no, it was good, man.
I know they're having the what do you call it? I don't know if it's Comic-Con next week.
Oh, yeah.
No, is it Comic-Con panel? I know they're having a panel.
Marvel
Marvel-
are doing something with. Is it the animation thing?
Well, all I know is that they're having like you know how they show like Phase 4, Phase 5 of all the shows and
Mhm.
movies that are coming out. They're doing that next week, and obviously they're gonna give a perhaps fingers crossed, like a trailer or a bit of sneak peek into Wakanda Forever,
Oh,
which is Black Panther 2.
finally.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see who's gonna be.
I mean, I feel like we all know it's gonna be Letitia, right? That's gonna be involved in.
I think
Yeah,
they're
but like,
gonna.
is there gonna be another Black Panther?
I feel like the way they're going to use the multiverse is going to be able to basically.
Maybe.
So who's that gonna be? Like, who could you see playing that? Because I was having a conversation with the boys and they were saying like, John Washington. Is that his name?
Oh, I see.
Oh,
You're
so-
saying another one.
John David.
I think they can do it, but not yet.
see-
I think it's still quite. It's not recent
And
anymore.
what accent is he gonna do?
So that was another tricky one.
I really don't like when African accent's done. Like, you know, that the generic African accent when it's like,
Yeah.
I went to the shop, and it's like,
I'd rather you get like, I don't know,
A coach.
Chiwetel to do it. Not that
That's
he
come
would
on.
fit the role.
And also, he's already in Marvel.
do you,
I
do
was
you
trying
think,
to think of a.
do you think it's a
African.
risk them getting not like a pretty unknown African actor that is like almost like they scout the right sort of person for that? Because I feel like getting an authentic African actor will actually put. I feel like you're almost putting somebody on.
I agree, but
you know what I mean?
I guess that's what they're doing is like for the next generation of like superheroes, like
Be
your
more
like Miss Marvel
Yeah.
and like all of them.
This one was
This-
great,
I-
by the
I
way.
really-
But such a good
I haven't. I need
series.
to watch the latest episode, but I really love it. Like
It's really good.
Yeah.
and I think it's very authentic. Or I say
Yeah.
I'm not from that culture, but it seems.
It's-
I mean,
it
from the
feel-
conversation
yeah.
I'm having with people
Yeah.
that are from that culture, it seems authentic, and people are loving it.
I just like the fact that it isn't Marvel to the core, to the point where it's
Yeah.
overly like everything has to be action and jumping, and it's like just a human story.
I think
Yeah.
that's the impact of Disney though on Marvel.
You reckon?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel like
definitely.
Disney have really shifted Marvel in a different direction.
Because they were just trying to do big action blockbusters, but now
Yeah.
it's more humanized. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
it's actual stories with a cloak,
Yeah,
cheeky
yeah,
little cloak of action on top.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But yeah, now I'm very interested to see who's going to be the next Black Panther, because I don't know if anyone can ever replace that
It's a,
role.
it's a huge role, man.
I don't know if they would. You know, I feel like sometimes I might just have to leave.
But I don't think. That,
But
I
you can't,
you can't.
because like Black Panther in Marvel is literally a very pivotal character for a lot of others. So if
I
taking
think
that
people
out,
will all understand.
like deep it, the main fight happened in Wakanda.
Oh yeah, you right. Yeah. Wow. That whole
Like,
place got
As
so-
in
like,
Endgame.
Yeah.
people like vanishing was in what.
Wow.
Imagine there was no Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like that'd just be strange.
Mm.
So I think like it plays a major role. Also, someone said that Marvel apparently peaked at Endgame.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
yeah,
yeah. After watching Thor
yeah.
and Miss Marvel, I think just like someone put like a breakdown of like all the phases and the amount of hours
Put into it.
No, watch time.
Oh,
Amount of
watch time, okay.
per phase, including all the films and like, oh, this is like, I don't know, whatever. 10 hours. Phase 2 is 12 hours. Phase 3 is like 14 hours, and then
Yeah.
we're in phase 4 now, right?
Yeah.
So they were like, including the films that we have already, as well as the TV shows. It's like 20 something hours, and
It's a
you're like,
lot.
damn. There's a lot of stuff that we have to like take in, but then when there's no connections being made yet, and there's still new things to come, it's like, where do we start like piecing it all together? Because
It's foundations right now, though.
Yeah.
I feel like Endgame was almost like a really high mountain peak, but now it's gone back down, and I feel like they're
Building back
again.
up, yeah, to
So,
something
like,
else.
And also, I think what's different about this phase is that obviously Disney wasn't involved in that aspect,
right.
but now you're seeing a lot of these. You have to almost watch these shows on Disney Plus to understand
Right.
context. So, for example, if you went to watch Doctor Strange, for example, if you didn't watch WandaVision,
You miss a lot of the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
there's no context. Coming to watch Doctor Strange without seeing WandaVision, random.
Yeah,
You wouldn't understand why she's on that.
Yeah, like why is she so smoky?
Yeah. But it makes a lot of sense when you watch it. So
Yeah.
Marvel. We'll see where they go.
Yeah, I mean, I
Real.
feel like there's, I don't know, I get concerned because I'm like when I think of like audience retention and that kind of thing, would it be a thing of like they're just hoping that people will stick with it until it starts all connecting? Then because it might not happen like straight away. It might take like I don't know another like handful of films and like you said, another couple years
Yeah.
before it now starts adding up to like a massive moment. But then again, are we now preparing ourselves for failure because we're now thinking, oh, it has to top Endgame because there's all of these different people to like consider and stuff.
I feel like they can easily top it though.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
come
they
on.
can.
Like, cause that's the thing. I feel like the source material that they're pulling from.
That's true.
Like, there's Secret Wars that hasn't happened yet. Like, where it's like X-Men are in there. There is Fantastic Four.
And now there's more. There's more.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's more heroes coming into the game now. So
it's they can easily have a bigger war.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's what the show is.
Yeah, it's about war.
It's about war. So if it's that, it's not a problem. It's just I think again like the audience retention part. But I think what they're doing, what Drake does, which is they're trying things that they wouldn't normally do. They know how to make it work. They could easily just make another action film and people buy it. That's true. Yeah, but they have the room to experiment.
They've got credibility now, so that it's them ones where they can just do whatever they want.
And now, like, look, there's a massive like Muslim South Asian audience that have tapped into it. There's a massive, you know, Asian. Is it West Asian or North Asian? I don't even know.
With
like in terms of like Shang-Chi. So basically, like they're tapping into different, like obviously with Black Panther, tapping into an African audience. Like they're expanding. They have like the Black American audience with like you know Falcon. So they're reaching like even from Russia. Like as random as it sounds, like they're still
Black Widow.
You know what I'm saying? So they've expanded in a way that now it's like a global scenario.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, because it used to be very American centered.
It was literally we're saving the world, and it was literally New York.
Yeah.
But now it's like we're saving the world and we're really saving the world. You know, so there's more stake.
Even Britain with what's her name?
Captain Carter.
Captain Carter.
And what's this guy? Thingies
with the knife.
Eternals. The guy at the end.
Yeah, with the sword, Black Knight or something like that.
It's unfortunate because I didn't finish Eternals. So
what? It was a great film.
You know, I know people.
Wait, what? You don't like it?
I was watching it on Disney Plus. I was so bored.
I can't. There's a lot of exposition in that film.
It was boring.
But like, I liked it.
I liked it. It is, I couldn't. I have to be doing something while I was watching it. I can't.
You can't.
I can't sit down. I was getting so bored.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was the acting for me was a bit meaty.
What?
Nah, the acting was great. Come on, don't do that.
The British acting wasn't that great.
No, they were supposed to be.
They're not meant to be over the top.
Yeah,
I know, but it just felt. I don't know.
I feel like because you're expecting that from Marvel, you want a lot of things to happen. But I think
maybe I need to get used to this new.
It's surprised because like I was gonna ask your opinions on Thor because I would say it's like a similar kind of thing.
You know, it's different. Thor was funny though,
but was it good?
No,
spoiler alert.
No, don't worry, we're not going to go into details.
Thor was a decent film.
It was a good.
Is that one of them ones you just have to release?
Was it more Guardian of the Galaxy than it was?
Yes,
but. Like
I don't even watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
They said, oh, you know, not even reduce the salt a bit. They just said pour the whole thing.
Yeah,
like, there's a lot of salt. There's a lot of jokes, but it's like they kind of took it in a different kind of direction with the humor.
Yeah, because it worked. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming from the last movie,
right?
Thor Ragnarok, that because of how Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor cross over in that universe, it makes sense to then, I guess, tie the jokes and the comedy. Because, like, I remember, like, watching The Dark World, Thor. That guy wasn't funny. There was no jokes. It was literally... But the thing, like, if you take away the jokes, Thor is a very boring character.
Very.
So...
It's a very what character?
A very boring character.
Yeah.
Like, everything is, oh, mighty Thor. Thor. You know, Asgard. So it's like, if you take away...
That was really good. Yeah.
I'm here all week, baby. But if you take away all the jokes and stuff, like his story is actually quite boring. So I think it's good that they kept that in there.
I can't lie. I don't know what they've done. I don't know what they've done to Hulk. I don't really like it.
Oh,
She-Hulk is coming.
We'll find out. In a couple months.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know.
I think
the thing is, it looks good. I just as in it looks not the CGI stuff.
Promising.
It looks promising. Like the same way Miss Marvel like kind of takes us down a different road, or like they explore something.
This one seems
something similar as well. But I just the CGI. But then also I can understand because like there's been conversations about people that work in those teams in like VFX saying that they're like overworked and like underpaid and like
I can't lie.
Deadlines.
The CGI for Thor was very poor.
Oh really?
I can't lie. You know what it is? Yeah.
What?
In about 10 years' time, watch that film back.
Oh, that's not fair, man.
No.
Okay, now you're right.
No,
No, because there's
trust
some
me.
films.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's some films that were made in the
That
90s
holds. That
is
holds.
holding.
fam. Even Iron Man.
Yes.
I went back to watch-
yeah.
I was
It's
like,
cold.
bloody
Everyone was
hell.
fed well.
No.
Everyone.
Iron Man is one of the iconic.
Actually, so
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yes,
man.
yeah.
Even
yeah.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Avatar
And
till now
these
still
films,
holds up.
that's what I'm saying. The CGI is still good then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look back at 4 and 10 years
Okay.
time, you'll see what I'm saying. It's not good.
But it comes back to this thing of like, think about the amount of films and amount of content that they're making and the amount of work that has to go into it.
Yeah,
and
so you just have to.
how many people have those skills as well. So yeah, I was like reading an article where like people like, nah, like they're like Marvel aren't the best client to work with. And I think also coming from like an agency background now, I'm just like, damn.
the fast
Even
pace.
though I'm assuming social media content, it's like it's not VFX and it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
cinema.
That man said
It's not even
that.
cinema
Man
4D.
said,
I don't even
we're
know
going
what
through
that
it together.
yeah,
that was like guy on
the levels are different. You're
That guy
out
on
here
TikTok.
building like UI for Jarvis. I'm out here just doing
Must for
Must for
Jarvis.
Jarvis.
buy one
Hey,
get
yo.
buy one get one
It's true,
free
you
on-
know.
on,
Nah, that's true.
you know,
Yeah.
for
And
shopping
And that's like
something.
such a small part of it as well. That's what's killing me.
But like it's so many details.
Yeah, there is a
and
lot of
stuff
detail
as
that go
well.
into it.
And like we may not notice it. Like we don't look at the intricacies of like let's say the UI of Jarvis. Wow.
Yeah. Hey,
But
X.
Jarvis.
Remix.
I was thinking UX. That's why.
Oh, see.
Yeah. So we don't think of the UI UX stuff for Jarvis. Like we don't look at the screen and pause and be like, yeah, there's a
that's so
controller
beautiful.
and all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
levelers
yeah.
and all this
But
stuff.
someone's sitting down, that's their whole
it's
life.
needed
Yeah, I said
because
that.
you know.
Yep.
But yeah, like imagine that across so many different films, TV shows, and
Yeah.
future stuff,
Yeah.
and also like there's all these other things that you have to make, like marketing, material,
Yeah.
advertising stuff too. So there's a lot of work,
Oh, no.
There's a lot.
There is.
and yeah,
So is that why you're saying what She-Hulk?
that's why the quality maybe has like dipped because
I
there's
thought it was
so
just
much
budget,
stuff.
man. I can't lie.
You think budget?
Oh, yeah,
Nah,
it's definitely
ain't budget. Ain't
Bro,
no
it's,
budget.
first of all, you don't have
Marvel.
no. Sometimes
VFX
they might try and
expensive.
see where they can maybe
Cut
cut corners and stuff.
Well, they did
and
it with CGI. then.
that, again, that's how the rich stay rich. Like,
because I
you know.
can't lie, CGI is VFX is expensive.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like we're talking millions.
Yeah.
So like to get that for a TV show, that might not even 100% work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind
I don't
as
think
well-
they're gonna like.
Yeah.
I get why they'll cut. Like it's not a movie. If it's one movie, it's simple. But
mm,
there's
mm,
over
mm.
like 8 episodes,
context,
2 hours.
Context, like
you
you
know
know
what
how
I'm
like they said like Netflix spent 30 million on Stranger Things.
Makes
So
sense.
that's like 3 million an episode,
Makes sense.
That's quite cheap. I can't lie.
and that was like.
But there was some bad CGI in Stranger Things.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
was.
they said they had to like even update it like last minute because they still
Yeah.
made like additions. So people that initially like binge watched the whole thing might not have seen like the updated.
Because
Like,
I can't lie, I was like, this is almost sounds like a lot of these episodes, like what do you call it? 11 was looking hella rough. I was like, come on, man, this
Right.
is so
You
obvious.
see when they did the CGI on the younger,
Exactly. Yeah,
But
Young 11.
I thought they got a different actress.
they did.
No, they did, but they
but they put
obviously
a- they put a
CGI
face
like-
on it.
But you could just see like there's some parts where it was even glitching.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, man.
Yeah,
What, this is why superpowers
It
or
was the
something?
upside down. Is the upside
Oh,
down. I'm
come
joking,
off
I'm
it.
joking. But yeah, like
You lot
there's-
finished. You finished Stranger Things, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't like
Have you all
this
finished?
season.
I finished it now. Do you remember last time I didn't finish
Oh yeah,
it?
yeah. I didn't like. I said last
didn't
week
like
anyway.
it?
I didn't like this
I
season.
get what you're saying, didn't like it, but I think I enjoyed it in the sense of like it kept me gripped for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like you see what happened to Max and that. I can't obviously if you didn't watch it.
You running up there?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go
When they use the song again,
But you know
I like Kate
when
Bush is
you know
AOG.
when
Bush is eating goods.
Yeah,
know when
Kate
this
Bush is
happens?
G, fam.
He said,
The Kraken.
and her eye
"Snap,
I
crackle,
can't lie, I was
and
like, yeah,
pop."
she's gone now.
That's why I like.
She should have gone. I can't lie.
because
I was even getting angry because like 11, like do your
some-
thing.
do
Yeah.
something.
because of petty. That's the thing that actually annoyed me about the season. The whole like, oh my gosh. Oh, spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler.
Oh my gosh, I believe in you. You are my hero. You can do this. I love you. I
Yeah.
do. And
I
I
can't
don't know
lie.
why I didn't say it before. And I was thinking, this is now going to be your driving
I can't lie,
motivation
yeah.
for you to save someone.
That I love you thing was so corny.
Yeah, it was
I hated it.
Straight corny.
corny.
And I
Straight
think-
corny the can.
You know what it is? I
Ew.
think also because
Yeah.
I think about their ages too.
Yeah.
And
Like, what do you know?
Maybe thank you, because I'm just like, this
know
love
you-
is fickle.
Yeah. Fam, you don't even- you don't
will
even
break
have a
up in a
beard.
couple years. You don't know.
There's no hair under your chin and you're talking about like your love.
I
someone.
love you.
Like she's basically superhuman about you
Yeah.
love her. Of course you do. He's like,
But I
come
can't
on,
lie,
man.
Vecna was played so well.
Yeah.
Fam.
I watched the perspective.
Vecna's head is like a Ghanaian child.
What?
He's got. You're,
What? The head back.
head.
A Ghanaian Jones.
Hey, shout out to all my Ghanaians, isn't it?
Wow.
But nah,
Vecna's head shape is no, that's good. That might be the title, you know.
oh my god. Hey, nah.
Vecna's head shape is
wait,
like a
wait,
Ghanaian Jones.
Nah, I'm sorry. I could see Vecna do as one too.
With that long finger.
Man, what, you know when he does that? When he reaches you, like, nobody want to see you, right?
A mess.
Hey, that's the best one.
Hey, Vecna's character was really played well.
Played very well.
But I just feel like there were a lot of corny parts that me kind of like, you know, when you watch something, you want to be fully immersed.
I guess the 80s, that's like...
No!
I thought that would be the excuse.
No.
Or the justification of it.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Deal with God.
Nah, I'm sorry, yeah. Like, first of all, like, I used to listen to, like, Kate Bush stuff before.
Mm.
But after this, I went to revisit it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this one was actually like really, really amazing. Like to the point where, like, obviously, it's very obvious that she influenced people like FKA Twigs and so on and so forth.
Right.
With her music. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like if there's some songs. Oh, wasn't know this song? Oh, hold on. There was this song that literally I listened to. I was like, this is FKA Twigs. I think it's called. I have it in my life. And Dream of Sheep.
Okay.
It's on the Hounds of Love album, the same one with
what a title.
Yeah, the same album with
Run Up the Hill.
Deal with God, and literally like you hear it like this is FKA Twigs, and there's another song on the album. I think it's Never for something. I think it's Never Forever.
Okay.
And there's a song on there that sounds exactly like a replica of Outkast.
Oh,
An Outkast song.
Wow.
And then like the speaker box Love Below. Like if you listen to the Love Below by the Andre 3000 part, it's literally like Kate Bush's album replayed.
That's really interesting.
And it's so interesting to see how like they use, like, first of all, good on them for using that song, because that song is a beautiful song.
Beautiful song.
But also like sometimes I feel like it's good to kind of introduce people to artists, and like even for people to find out
I think
about
that's been the
artists.
frustrating. Even today on Spotify, I was just like,
Apple supremacy again, yeah.
huh?
Like, you're gonna talk about Apple again, innit?
No,
And how they're
I
amazing.
promise you I won't.
Okay.
But like, I was literally looking at, I was like, I want to listen to new music, like but not new music, old music that is new to me.
Yeah, music you haven't found yet,
Basically,
basically.
It's very hard to do that. I don't know.
I mean, it's not hard for me, but
What are your
I guess
reference
it's like
points?
how you start searching and stuff, like where you.
Because obviously
Start from
you're
really,
thinking from showing. Obviously you've listened to it before, but showing things obviously revamped that idea again. So it's like, I guess it's what you're listening to and what you're watching.
So. Or even like you were saying, the whole like link from FKA Twigs to Kate Bush. I guess sometimes even looking at the inspirations, like certain artists' inspirations and who they look to, and then like finding your way back that way could be like a good way to like.
Yeah,
search
true actually.
and stuff.
I think that's probably the easiest way. Like even I found out recently about a song about Questlove and D'Angelo, and how when they were in the studio recording the Voodoo album, like how does it feel?
Right.
It's literally just
song.
it's a song. It's a Prince song that's slowed down. If you listen to it, it's so strange.
Yeah.
Like the same vocal inflections, even the high notes and the drum pattern of the 3x4. Everything is literally like a Prince song, but slowed down. Questlove was saying how in the studio session they used to just take a lot of Prince songs and slow them down and replay them and like imagine it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he actually says something similar, I think, in his book. He's got a book called Creative Quest. I've got the audio version, and he spoke about how I think might have been a similar thing. Like in the studio, like they'd like reverse stuff, they'd play around with stuff, and then they'd find something new. And I think they used certain bits. That's how they like found new things to use for like music and stuff, like which is pretty cool. I was gonna say about the Kate Bush thing. I was listening to Switched On Pop, which is a podcast about like music, but they kind of go deeper into certain things.
Right.
So they'll have episodes on like, I don't know, Rina Sawayama and like her album and like the rock influences, or Beyonce's, like they recently did one on Beyonce and obviously like Break My Soul and exploring house and looking at the people before.
You won't break my soul.
Slaps.
Forget the rest.
So they had an episode on Kate Bush, and they kind of went through the history of the song and the time, because you know how like obviously Stranger Things, there's a lot of like synth and 80s music and stuff.
Yeah.
So they were talking about how with Kate Bush, a lot of her music, as you kind of said now, which is funny, sounds quite current still,
Yeah,
relevant
yeah,
till today.
Yeah.
And she was like quite experimental, like tool and stuff, and like played around with things. So even the sound then was quite fresh and something different. But how it's been able to like still be relevant today, but also like loads of people have used her as inspiration.
Yeah.
And stuff too, because I think she wrote the song, produced the song as well.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So they kind of like went through the song, and there's certain like sounds you hear that like are really like different and really weird, but it kind of builds to like that haunting, like
See
really,
this? See this sound?
great sound and stuff. Oh yeah.
Oh, not the Vecna.
Vecna's
Yeah,
clock.
yeah.
I hate this sound.
You know, it's so interesting, because you hear that in the first season as well. You know.
So I watched on YouTube. I was watching like Vecna was always there.
Yeah.
And literally, I think what's that? The one that originally got, the first one that got
Will.
With the Bob.
Will.
Yeah. I hate that trim so much.
There's one tweet about how some people are like, why didn't he notice his friend crying? And then there's like a shot of like
His back of his head. He looks like a thumb. Like a thumb with hair. Hey, that bitch is hilarious, man. It's just the way
But yeah, you see Vecna in the background. But that was a bad CGI though. Ooh,
it's gotten better.
it's got if you see
like on the road, right?
yeah on the road, man's just this, like you can't even see him, but it's just like a
Yeah.
silhouette of him. But it's like it sounded like they just made him up like in this season.
Nah, he's always been.
Sounds
I feel
like,
like he's
been developed.
Yeah,
Because it's based off D&D, Dungeons and Dragons,
Okay.
and those characters. Like, I don't know if perhaps it might be a spoiler, but I don't know if it will be. But like, what's his name? The guy who the bats chopped up.
Oh, I know. The one that killed that they said that killed
Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie. Like, he's meant to come back as a quote unquote vampire-ish kind of character.
Really?
Because that's what happens in the D&D story anyway. And he's the one who kind of defeats Vecna.
You reckon?
Well, that's how
I won't
the
be
lore goes.
I won't be
Right.
surprised.
That would be really cool.
It did feel like a
like-
anticlimax ending to his life. Like it was just like, oh,
He's
you
gone.
get eaten by these
Yeah.
bats, and it's like, oh, bye bye.
So the law is that's what happens. That he's the one who actually comes back and then defeats Vecna. So that becomes his,
crazy.
I guess, redemption. Story.
Yeah. Because I was thinking like,
Yeah.
I
Because
feel
you
like,
see, they
I
still
feel
hate
like
him.
I feel like we got it, but we didn't fully get
Yeah.
it because the whole time thought he was
Yeah,
responsible.
because he wanted to be a hero.
Yeah.
And people still hate him. Like now, they're like, "Oh, it's his fault that this has all happened, and he sacrificed himself as a cult leader and all this kind of
that
stuff."
weird stuff. So
Which will be even worse when he comes back as a vampire, because then
That's
people are gonna
very
really
true.
think he is a cult
that
leader.
very silly, that stupid Jason
That,
character was just so jarring.
he's a good actor though. He made me annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Is the way he was trying to give him motivational speeches every single time.
But no, deep it.
He just reminds
The
me of a
whole
Trump
ta-
supporter.
The whole
And like,
town.
He's like, we gotta go out and take over. Yeah, everyone's like just easily cheered up.
The whole time,
But like I was annoyed at first because like, how
About
can the whole
Baku.
town be like, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, let's go. But then remembering like it's actually a small town,
Yeah.
and communities like that, when you have like the star of the,
They've got a town hall.
Yeah, so I think that
He's
was
got power there.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
It's just
to
the
see,
Obama
'cause you don't
hand
think
that he
about
was
it.
doing that was killing me.
Yeah.
It's like,
that politics had this so jokes. I don't know why they do that. I don't know.
apparently it's meant to be very.
Yeah, I was gonna say
assertive.
probably.
I really
yeah.
hate it.
Whoa.
See when
You hate power.
See,
What, what's
A conservative hating power. This is strange.
That's too funny.
But yeah. Oh, you know what I clocked as well? Kate Bush was the one who made A Woman's Worth, the original, obviously before Maxwell did the cover.
You're
Excuse
lying,
me?
Bro, I'm telling you, I was so shocked because
The
I've
thing
listened
is-
to a lot of her songs.
That's not original.
As I'm
She made the
listening,
original song.
as I'm listening, like in my brain or like trying to read, it makes sense.
She's the original.
What?
And she's British.
Yeah.
You're
Chopping
lying.
money. She has been chopping money in secret.
Hey,
No, but she's a recluse though. I was watching like some interviews of her, and like you could tell, like I love how she speaks. She's so eloquent and she's very like soft spoken,
Yeah.
but she's very like clear about what she wants to get
I like
across.
that.
You know, and she started mad young. I think she started writing apparently at like 11
Whoa.
and like playing piano.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, oh, see.
wow.
Running up there. Anyway, but yeah, so he started playing piano, and then I think a guitarist from I don't know it's Pink Floyd or something. One of them bands came to like scout her basically, and then she got signed to EMI, which is now Parlophone, and then like so like her like
Right.
she's proper songwriter. But like I remember like I was watching it and they were talking about how she basically fought her label to release her first song, which was called Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights. Oh, yeah.
So she literally fought them to get that
And
song
people
out.
love that song.
It went first song to go #1 by a British female artist.
That's
Oh, wow.
crazy.
And she had to fight for it. It's
Yeah,
interesting,
yeah.
innit?
Yeah.
It's like back then they were still fighting, even till now.
But she ran like top of the pops days.
I think so, yeah.
Her music feels like they'll be part of that top of the
Yeah,
pops.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very like big artist.
Yeah, so I really love how she thinks and how like she was talking. There was this theory about how she was talking about how music and the body is intertwined, and how in essence, like, in order to express your voice, you have to also move your body.
You ain't gonna ever.
Gong, gong.
My.
He said essence,
Yeah.
and he said body. I was like, yeah. I need to.
So we're really linking things today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But nah, I think yeah, her philosophy on the arts and how she approaches is very interesting, and I love how they've obviously incorporated her music into like now if you think of Stranger Things and you think about music, that's the first song you think about.
But I think it's a testament to the writers as well as like the whole team, because like that's the world building and like everything around it.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I think what blows my mind is the props and the dress, whatever they're wearing. Innit?
Yeah,
there's a word for it anyway.
Wardrobe,
costume. Yeah,
like, they even said like in certain like they've redesigned everything.
Yeah.
They were even redesigning like down to the tags in shops for like clothes items.
And some of the items are actually from those times, which is mad. Like even
I think
drinks and
Millie Bobby Brown was on Hot Ones and she was talking about how even like the jets. They really had to go and find jets. It was either we find the right jet from that era,
or
we make it ourselves, or like paint it the right color and stuff at like to that level of intention. And again, it reminds me, okay, this is why a certain amount of money was like spent on this film, but not film, show.
Yeah,
it's not to me how
people don't put that much detail into things anymore.
No.
And that's it reminds me of, do you remember that you sent that video about minimalism and like detail, but basically it was like what do you call it? Those those pillars,
like bollards.
That's it. But now like they used to be like designed a certain way, have like these different
ornamentals.
Like, now it's just like a flat. Do you know what I mean? And it's like like it's true, a lot of detail. But I think because we're living in a fast-paced world, so detail's not really a part. It's just efficiency now. No one's really.
But it's so sad though.
Yeah, it is.
Because even the songwriting, like again, linking it to like Stranger Things and how obviously the amount of detail that they take, and that is mostly because they were trying to recreate the 80s. That's why there's so much detail. If it was trying to do it in like 2000s or 2010,
we wouldn't need all of this.
You know what I'm saying? But it's because they had to recreate a very overly saturated, bright colors, so much detail, and obviously in tying into the music. If you listen to the lyrics of like a Deal with God, and like how like you can tell like there's someone who sat down and thought about the words, like the whole idea of swapping place with someone else so that you can basically rescue them and all this kind of stuff. Like that amount of detail doesn't go into it now. Like she was writing about songs about people going to the army and dying young because they like they have these like army dreamers. That's the name of the song. And like she wrote about like women on their period. Like she was like actually writing about things about like the Wuthering Heights is about a ghost. She being a ghost and knocking, saying that she wants to come back into because it's cold outside. Like people don't write like this no more.
I feel like people do.
They're
not mainstream.
Like I'm saying, like it wouldn't go #1. Is
nah, it wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
The people that came to mind for some reason was Cleo Sol and Maverick Sabre. Now, Maverick Sabre, the reason why I mentioned him is that
I haven't listened to Maverick Sabre's songs.
His stuff is very like is deep and like.
Sure, it's not just his voice that is like
no.
Because he's got that,
he speaks about like issues within society.
Okay. Right. Okay.
And obviously he's from like a working class sort of like. So it's like he's really speaking about
the
like,
things.
Yeah. Cleo Sol was talking about in the Mother album, for example. Like
I love that album, man.
Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there are artists like that, but it's just it won't go mainstream.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, people like RD.
To be fair, I was gonna say to be fair, I would have said like maybe on her first album. I haven't listened to much of her second album to say, but like Billie Eilish, first album,
she's a great writer.
There was like a lot. Next Generation like really like resonated with it because it wasn't like it was quite anti-pop.
Yeah,
the way it was done
yeah,
and stuff. So like really discussing like mental health, depression.
Well, but Adele's still doing that though. No?
Adele too, yeah, I'd say.
Why are you shaking your head?
I didn't shake my head.
No, I'd say
I didn't shake my head.
No, no, especially with like her most recent drop with 30 as well. It's very personal.
What's that song? Love song. What's it called? It's not a love song, but it's called. It's got love within the.
Oh, my little love to her.
My Little
with
Love,
her son.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
see,
Like,
I didn't really like that album.
Oh, I like songs on
I
it.
liked it. I liked songs. I wouldn't go back to listen to it like.
No,
all
I
the
listen
time.
to individual songs.
Yeah,
I think I listened to it like 3 times or 4 times,
and then you're like, I'm good.
it's just because I you know when sometimes you want something to grab you, but I guess the conversation will become like, do you have to try something till it grabs you, or sometimes does it have to grab you like straight away? But like I don't know, I listened to it 3-4 times. I was like, I don't know, there's nothing that's holding me here.
You know what song? The album I've been listening back to is Young Fire Old Flame with Rich 32 and Avelino.
You like it?
wow.
Oh, do you like? Oh, yeah.
So is that I think album covers like a red background and then two
Yeah,
hands.
2 hands, yeah.
But that is one of the coldest projects to come out of the UK. I just don't think no one really checked for it like that, you know.
Coldest, one of the coldest projects.
No, it is. Trust me.
I need to go and listen to it because I
Trust
can't
me,
lie.
there's,
Like
there's some
Not
nice.
listen
there's
to
some
it, that's
genres.
like-
No, there's some really nice songs. Oh, some really nice songs on there, man. Do you remember Malogo?
Mm-hmm.
Do I remember Molo?
And,
Which one
who's the
makes it sound like he's one like has been. I'm like, do you remember him? That guy? Nah, yeah.
He's still about it. So.
Yeah, he's still making
Yeah.
music. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you
still makes
remember
music.
Yeah. So when you say like when you said, "Do you remember Molo?" I was like, but he still makes music.
You know what's crazy is like I feel like there's some artists in my head that have been trapped to the uni scene.
You reckon?
So for example, Sona comes to mind immediately.
Oh yeah, so no.
Obviously he went in jail, so there's different circumstances.
Right.
But it's like I think he's obviously he's out now.
Yeah, I thought he's been out for a while.
He's been out for a minute, but it's just like sad. Like,
Yeah, like you missed the
the wave,
yeah.
and it makes me think about T.O. Savage got
Doctorate
honoured
yeah,
at,
Doctor of Music.
I was like, a lot of artists, Afrobeat artists, have a lot of UK links. Burna Boy, T.O. Savage.
Yeah, Burna Boy grew up here though.
Bro,
He just
Yeah, but
left
I'm saying
for-
that a lot of the top artists right now
Right.
have a lot of
Wizkid,
no,
24th of June.
I feel like I feel like we really push Wizkid though.
Who?
The UK.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I hear
definitely.
that,
I feel like we've had a massive,
I
like
think-
us,
Or like,
Yeah.
like a, yeah.
Yeah.
Africans and
guess, like,
Caribbeans in this country
Yeah.
have really been the people that push this music so much.
Or like Afro beats and stuff.
Because
Yeah.
Burna Boy, Lights a Party, Soke, like we were the ones that were.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? That was us.
Yeah, I agree.
And now they're like on top, like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess it's the time our life chapters around that time too, because it was like very much like secondary school, end of secondary school to like uni to
Yeah.
so like as they grew, we grew. So okay,
Go with them.
now we we have the money to go to the shows and go to the
So we are still like
Mm.
supporting
Yeah.
in a more active way.
because I feel like it still feels quite early, like the blow, like the general like
Yeah.
you know how popular it is. I think
Yeah.
Givian the other like they tweeted like, "Oh, Nigerian music, like I'm obsessed with it at the moment," and it's crazy to think that that's a thing.
Got the terms in it.
I'll
probably.
have grace on him, but that makes me mad sometimes.
Oh, because
Why?
they're just they're like,
Because it's been there for like ever, like
Mm.
since you're born, bro. Like
Yeah, but he's saying for him.
for him.
no, but it's like it's
Guys
right.
from
right
Canada,
it's like,
the guys from Canada, so you know.
where's he? Okay,
Not from Canada.
As he not, I thought it was from
No.
Toronto. Oh man,
Who said it? Who said it's from Toronto?
I do not know things.
That guy's definitely American.
He's American.
Yeah.
Why do I think it was from
Hold
Toronto?
on. I'm trying to find.
No,
this out.
let me double check.
Yeah.
do you mind listening to the Brent Fayez album?
I have not.
I didn't listen to all of it, but I listened to some of it.
Oh wow, he's really from California. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
he's LA.
Fake news.
I was thinking like, why?
Wow.
I think the association with
It is
him
'cause of
and like,
Drake and, like,
yeah, everybody thinks he's from.
I'm sorry,
I
guys.
think the Brent Fayez album, he brought out a lot of skits.
I bet a lot of people didn't like the
Oh,
skits.
Brent Fires.
The skits are a bit brazy.
What kind of skit though? Is like,
Basically, it's a concept album,
oh,
and the skits are very much conversations. He was basically cheating on his pregnant
yay,
missus, essentially.
yay, that's the album.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
and to the point.
Wait, what?
And that's what you want me to listen to.
Oh, okay. I
And
thought you meant one of
he
No, 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 no,
actually, trigger warning, actually commits suicide in the thing. And like the last one's called Angel. That basically is like,
Lord of Nebuchadnezzar.
so it's like as an album, it's really a story. You can't listen to the album on some.
The story is brazy, but it's a good album.
I think it's good.
So is this like this is my peak toxicity as
This has high as
a black male, and
It's
this
a very
is the worst
toxic.
case
It's a toxic
scenario.
album, but like sonically, it's. Whew,
I guess I'm just thinking, what is the aim and the goal here?
it's a good-
That's a crazy story.
Art.
I guess so.
it is a good album.
I can't listen. I listened to a few songs. I was not feeling.
It's
it.
funny because some parts, he's walking inside his house, like closing doors and stuff, and it reminds me of an ASMR exhibition I went to.
Oh, the one at the design
Design
museum.
museum.
How was it?
It was good. So this is actually my first time going to a museum by myself.
Oh, okay.
Gallery.
Loser.
I can't lie. It was weird. But I bought an art pass
Oh, okay.
for the year.
I'm literally about to buy one now.
Yeah.
How much is it?
£33 if you do direct debit.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wait, a month?
This is not a paid ad.
A month?
No, a year.
For
Oh,
the year.
yeah.
Just cancel the direct.
33, Things
No,
are
no,
matching
it's
here,
going to-
The
will
rule
be
of thirds.
It will be double the price next.
If you wanna fund us, the art fund, let us know.
Art fund, holler at us. Rule of thirds.
Get me.
I can't remember the email, but it's
Yeah, man.
Rule of
But-
thirds pod.
Realaffairspod@gmail.com.
Thank you.
Shout
But
us.
how was the exhibition?
Yes, I went to two. So the first one I went to was the ASMR one.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting because it kind of feels awkward
Why?
I could imagine.
because it's like, okay, I'll just take you through the whole exhibition anyway.
Mhm.
But the first one I walked into, I saw like, on Instagram when they've got those like therapeutic art where it's like it's cutting something really perfectly.
Right.
And it's like- So ASMR, some aspect of ASMR is like when you
okay.
see things visually
Right.
that are like clean
Mhm.
and just like that's like
Satisfying.
yeah, it brings some sort of intense feeling or whatever and like euphoric feeling. So that was one of them. Then another one was like, what was it? So this was the last one I went to anyway, but it was a bit creepy. But basically it was like a masseuse
Whoa, okay.
and it was like, hello. Like,
Oh, give me sexy voice.
yeah, and that's why it was a bit weird. It was a bit like,
Why was that weird?
because it was like, you're just chilling there by yourself.
Right.
And it's like, what, you meant to have a straight
Loser.
face?
I'm trying to be smile.
No, but the thing is, it's like,
But you're just,
Imagine-
are you just watching the thing and you're
no, you're sitting down. Basically, it was like like it was like bean bags on the floor.
Okay.
But it was like a massive shape.
Mhm.
But it had like little like those like small balls inside. So it was like really like I guess to give the ASMR sort of like ooh
right.
touchy feely kind of thing.
Right.
And so I've sat down now and I'm listening to the thing here. And it's like, oh, welcome to my office.
Excuse me.
It's like, just follow me to this door right here. And the door opens.
Wait, does it have a UK, American accent?
Yeah. I'm not doing really well at the moment, sorry. So it's my American followers. So it opens the door now, and then the massage starts here.
Wait, what is this, man?
But you hear like the back rub.
Oh.
No,
Nah, sorry, that would make me like.
have you
feel
ever?
some way.
Did you guys ever do this? Like, listen to this thing in school with like the barber who like you can put.
Yeah!
earphones on, like, it's like they're cutting your hair, but basically like follows you.
people
around and you can hear it.
do it like a prank though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the prank guy. No,
But it sounds like something like that.
So it'll be like this.
yeah, I can't like that. Made me feel mad uncomfortable.
I don't like that.
The barber one though is because I remember in school, yeah, we used to do like pranks.
What? You just go with phone and go. Whoop. Yeah. The hell is that sound?
What's it called?
like someone's walking on the wall or something. That is not.
Yeah,
that is not. barber.
This is
is
not-
very uncomfortable.
Oh, Buzz. Nah, wait. What is that meant to be?
What's that?
Nah, that
Where?
sounds like something else.
One second. Okay, this is. Oh, 1 second. Do you not find it therapeutic?
No, that is disturbing.
Don't like it.
Razor.
Oh, what kind of voice is that?
Fam, sounds like Vecna scratching a wall with his long finger. I was like,
Don't finish me.
nah, that is disgusting. man.
Okay.
So wait, this is what you were experiencing.
Yeah.
It sounds like the cartoons when they're running. Yeah.
Let me see if I get this razor.
Ah,
one.
Burns, tell us your story.
Now, 1 second. I need
Oh
that
my
to
God.
experience
I need you to
experience.
know what I
Yeah,
felt,
man.
I
'Cause
heard.
that was a weird. This is the one.
It sounds like an old fridge.
Oh. So yeah, I went into that. and that was cool. And then there was one where I actually put on like headphones like I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And then I start like brushing a brush over it and stuff.
Oh, you can hear it. In your...
Yeah. Even kind of what we do on the pod sometimes when I'm eating my food.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah.
Basically that. So that was interesting. But I left there saying that it was interesting, but cool. I didn't really know what to say of the experience.
Okay.
Oh, so it didn't make you feel much other than weird.
It was just weird. I thought, and there was another one. A guy was painting, and I did like the sounds of like the paint
strokes.
Yeah, that was nice. But it was like it's a bit like it's like a fetish.
Oh,
I think that's what it sounds. Do you know what I mean? It's like people like hearing, like.
So they're not thinking, they're feeling.
Yeah, that's what ASMR is. It's essentially like you can't explain it. It's just it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess overall, even though some bits were weird, did you feel good?
No.
Okay.
If we felt uncomfortable and weird.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was interesting, cool, but it was like, yeah.
Right.
So then I'm happy I bought 2 tickets. So I went to the football.
Okay, yeah.
So I went to that one. I was just like, the detail of football's crazy. So even aspects of like, you tend to have like the fact that football unites so many people is insane. Like I know, for example, World Cup when it comes, for example, like, my mum doesn't really watch football, but when World Cup comes on,
everyone is
watching that.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? So like, and even to the point where it actually identifies a nation, it shapes a nation. So Brazil, for example, I never knew it was actually true, but obviously the Brazilian kit is a yellow and green.
Flag, yeah.
But they used to wear whites and all white kits.
Oh, mad.
But they lost a cup against Uruguay, and they deemed the all white kit as cursed. So they ran, and this is funny because we still do that today, but they ran a competition for the whole Brazil, and they were like, design a shirt for us.
Oh, and they actually designed that?
So an 18-year-old kid designed the shirt. Like the colours, the stripes.
Oh, that's crazy.
I even saw the drawings.
Crazy.
And that became the full kit. That's what they wear today. And that's like the iconic Brazilian shirt.
Right.
But they used to wear all white.
Mad.
Which is insane. And like even like the crest, the logos, the design systems, like how like even wearing numbers on the back of shirts, that was introduced so that people could identify talents.
Like,
So
I like number 3 or like whatever.
Yeah. Then I think Scotland were the first team to put on like surnames at the back of people's shirts.
Okay.
Like things like that, it was just like, oh wow, like and even
the history and lineage of
even
it.
making footballs, like how they use like leather skin and how they sort of folded it inside out and pumped it, like the air in. It was like raw, like there's a lot
that goes into it.
Yeah, like even making things aerodynamic and how the ball moves. And
I remember like what's the World Cup that was in South Africa?
Oh yeah, 2010.
Yeah,
the legendary one,
the Ghana one.
Like the way they did. I remember that they were like, we designed the ball. And, because
Jubilani, that's what it was called. Yeah. That was one of like. Yeah, that was a cold ball. And it's funny because people used to complain about it. Yeah. Because the way it's apparently swerved in a way. But it's like, it goes to show that there's so much in it. And I think because now athletes are now fitter and faster, even the way they wear the kits, so like the kind of materials they use and stuff, for it to be breathable is very important.
Yeah.
So I mean, so it was a really interesting exhibition.
Yeah. It's interesting because obviously that whole maximalist approach to things tend to work better in the long run. Yeah. As opposed to some not all the time, but sometimes the minimalist approach sometimes like makes things and stuff. Yeah, like it's almost like someone who's like in pottery class or maybe sculpting, and then you end up, if you cut too much off, it makes it difficult to work with what you have. I suppose if you have so much on, you can easily like okay, maybe now this doesn't work or this doesn't work. So it's quite interesting that like I guess that approach, because like we're speaking about the whole Kate Bush and Stranger Things and everything, like is that idea of like perhaps doing so much and then later on pulling back might be a better approach to things, as opposed to starting off simple and then building off that.
So this is what reminds me of. So even with the crest that teams have, so obviously I support West Ham, but West Ham's original badge,
I remember them old ones with lions and all them things there, tigers and bears.
This is Newcastle United's one, and it says that crests are continually being reimagined. New designs are sometimes produced to reflect a club's recent successes or to celebrate an important anniversary. More often, redesigns reflect a change in the management or club ownership, reflecting changing priorities and how they want the club to be perceived, as well as the latest trends in graphic design.
Right.
So now the West Ham badge is very minimalist.
Yeah.
And they've removed like So we used to have like a castle in the background.
Taking that out.
But they've taken it out and it's very like strips down and stuff. And there's like a lot of people were booing and like, oh, our club is not a brand, it's a club.
Which is kind of true.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, and even now these days in football, a lot of owners that are like from Saudi Arabia or like huge American billionaires are taking over the club, and a lot of them don't know the
history and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like, oh, we want our logo to look like this so that we can attract more like international investment and stuff. And I'm like, rah, there's actually like the fact that people are campaigning against a bad change is quite crazy. Like how what you create can have such a cult following is insane.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember in our little circle, there was a conversation about like people tattooing logos.
Right.
Lot of like, even my driving instructor, he's got the Liverpool.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say something so wild.
Even my driving instructor, he's got the Liverpool logo.
Yeah.
Crest.
Now they've probably changed it.
It's changed it, but it's still an iconic.
Yeah.
But it's like, wow, how can our designs and logos be put on somebody's body? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's funny how you said the comment of someone saying that our club's not a brand.
Yeah.
Because what's happening now is that not like that's successful branding.
But that's
like,
what it is. So PSG, for example, they're based in France. They've recently, well, in the past few years, Michael Jordan's brand sponsors them.
Right. Okay.
So it's no more Nike. Before it used to be Nike. Now it's Jordan.
Brand.
Yeah. So you got but it's like, that's a brand, and they literally make songs. Do you remember Dave's song, Thiago Silva?
Yeah.
For example, that like it is just to make money.
Yeah.
Like, now when they're producing, I think Real Madrid, they did a collaboration with Y3.
Okay.
For example, so is that now football's become
It's become proper
fashion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
It's
right.
become fashion. Like, I think Balmain had a collaboration with PSG.
Oh,
They
wow.
did, yeah,
Like,
they did.
there's- It's literally fashion.
Yeah.
There's a baller called Camavinga, and I think he was the first footballer to do not catwalk. Yes,
Like a
Runway.
runway with Balenciaga, for example.
Okay.
So football and like, to be honest, not even just football. It's been like that even
With-
from like basketball.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Yeah.
if you think about it, like basketball shoes, like Jordans, all the sneakers that we like to wear
Yeah.
used to serve like functional purpose.
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
that it's like open to us and we're not gonna be running up and down like playing basketball.
People don't
all
even
the
want to
time.
crease it.
You
But
know?
that's what doesn't make sense to me. They were built to be creased.
Yeah, but again, it goes to the point of like things becoming more brand associated, because it's scary, because at some point it can't get any more minimalist than that.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, all your shoes will be there uncreased, and you have no shoes to wear.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? At some point, people are gonna be like, okay, now we have it what we wanted. Like, you're gonna grow your 60s, 70s, and you're gonna have a bunch
Yeah.
of Jordans that are uncreased.
And the thing is, what's gonna happen? I don't know if you've seen that video where someone will like press the sole of and it will just break apart.
Yeah.
Because you can't have it for that long and just not wear it.
It literally it's something that will die.
Yes.
Like, it's not gonna last forever.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's just strange, because me, that's my fear right now, is that I swear it's slowly getting to the point where everything is being rebranded and things are getting simpler and more signified, and like, okay, cool, let's just get one sign for it and so on and so forth. Even like, I think Burger King recently did that whole rebrand, making things a bit more vector.
Yeah, vector based and stuff. Yeah.
vector
Such
like.
nice.
You know,
I actually like it. Though.
no, it's nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But my point is that it's going to get to a point that they're going to have to rebrand again, because they always do.
Yeah, no, but
What's that going to look like? Is that going to go back into the maximalist area of like making it over the top, like the 80s and the 90s?
Because that's what I was gonna ask. Do you reckon it will be like, you know how fashion is like cyclical with like their trends and inspo? Like now it seems like
80s.
there's 80s stuff, or like certain hairstyles, or even with like kind of going left a bit with like bodies are now going to like a certain shape now
What shape
as
is
well.
that?
But that's a story for another day.
Okay.
But people, if you look at the Kardashians, what they're doing. But yeah, like you know,
Everyone's taking it out now.
you know. So like, do you reckon it's just like a thing of that, like design might get so minimalist that eventually everyone's gonna go so far right in order to like be different? Because even when we had like the whole serif craze of like rebrands, a lot of brands now, or a lot of agencies, I'll say, are trying to like look at how to explore different things now, because everything looks so samey. Like Collins, the design agency, have done quite a few rebrands where they've like tried something different or brought back serif or and stuff like that. So I think yeah. Let me throw the question out. Do you reckon it will kind of just be so minimal that in the future everything's gonna look so like plain?
Yeah.
And like tonal and like, you know, palette colors and that kind of thing? Or do you reckon we're just gonna like go so far left? Because when you think of like applications of design on like UI UX and like how branding is gonna look in like 50 years and what it's gonna be applied to, can minimalism like really work when all the brands need a distinct voice and messaging and look and all these kind of things? So do you guys reckon it will?
When it works, it works in the favor of the consumer because everything becomes easy to kind of digest.
Right.
Because if you go to like, I don't know,
right,
a Nike website or you go to an Adidas website and you have everything is in serif, you're not going to be like, serif. Yeah.
Or sans.
No, sans serif.
Sans serif, yeah. So if you go, and everything is in sans serif, sans no. Without if you go and everything is in sans serif and you're used to it, that's your visual language, then it's very easy for you to digest and go from this to that to that, as opposed to maybe you go to a new website and it's like a whole different visual language. But my point is that in my opinion, it makes people's minds when it comes to design very
samey,
very lazy, because you're not really applying any type of, like, don't get me wrong, it's great. You go to your website, you're going to buy shoes, you go there, you buy your shoes, you bounce. But like for the arts, if that's the case, then it's like now you can't. It's very hard to differentiate between brands and like.
Is it a question of sustainability though? Because
what is sustaining, fam? It's design.
But think about it this way. Even like say for example, you're redesigning your house or flat or whatever. Like certain appliances. Maybe the way they, like, for example, they're passing a new law in the EU or Europe in general where USB-C will is the only thing that can be used. So iPhones will be changing. It will no more be lightning.
Oh really?
USB-C to USB-C.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes,
that's mad.
because they want to stop waste.
I hear it though.
Do you get what I mean?
It's a bit late for that, but fair enough.
But it's
like
like
how many millions and billions of
like,
cables.
the reason why a lot of things are being simplified and become minimalistic is because they want to reduce waste. But again, with the risk of that, you're gonna now make everything all the same. And the thing is, I feel like the more we explore different fonts and different things, which is important for us because to preserve that detail. I think is the more waste we create because there's so much difference out there.
Right.
You can do it without creating waste though, because I think that's the thing. We don't use. I don't mean this in a bad way, but we don't use our brains as much anymore because everything is so already done. You just have to press and move.
Yeah.
So my point is that there's enough real estate in our heads for us to use that time to think, as opposed to we don't have to always do and figure it out. We can think and figure it out as well. There has to be a balance between thinking and doing. And I feel like right now we're in the age where everybody's doing before they actually say, okay, cool, let's think about how we're going to use this to then achieve our goal. Whereas you could probably think, okay, cool, if I do use serif and I do this and I do that, this is what I want to achieve with that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're going back to the conversation about the songwriting and stuff, like right now you go and it's like, she tell me this, that, she tell me this, she tell me that, like the whole Whiskey situation that came up recently with.
What situation?
Like apparently he had like about 20 songs where he's always saying, she tell me that, she tell me. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so for example, and then someone who actually take the time to write out and then someone who take the time out to write an actual like emotionally evoking song or lyric, you know, those two things can be appreciated like in different spaces. But my point is, like, one is someone who's actively used more of their brain power,
right? And
someone who hasn't perhaps used as much. Not to say they haven't, but they haven't used as much. So my point is, both of them can be songs, but which one is doing more waste? Because at the end of the day, the person who writes very simple lyrics can write 1,000 songs in 3-4 days. I remember, like, I think Future and Lil Uzi Vert were talking about how,
of course,
they were talking about how, like even I think they were talking about how they wrote about 70-80 songs,
of course,
in like 2 nights.
2 nights.
Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh God, the craft is dying.
But my point is, they might be like Shakespearean, like
they're
writers.
not. Are they?
No.
They're not.
Hey, look, I can't lie. Future's written some great songs.
No.
So has Lil Uzi Vert. I'm like, I don't even care if you cry.
And I don't care about any of their songs.
Wow, now you lot are haters. Anyway, shout out to my Uzi and Future fans.
Man, bun them.
But yeah, but my point is, like, the less real estate of your brain you use, the more output. That one is facts. The same way you can go to a company like, I don't know, a fast food joint, because they're not using as much like specified ingredients. They know, okay, cool, meat, bread, milk, boom. We can create so much. You get what I'm saying? And someone who go to like an artisan restaurant and sit down and they're gonna make the bread fresh and they're gonna get the meat sourced from an Irish farm and so on and so forth.
Genres, it depends on your genre. I feel like Wizkid can definitely do that because Afrobeats is just vibes.
Nah, Afrobeat. I've heard some Afrobeat songs that are actually written very, very well.
I feel like
I
do feel like we are.
Oh, I know a bunch. Come on, man. Let's not do that.
No, I want to know.
Like Afrobeat songs.
Yes.
Burna Boy has written some really, really good Afrobeat songs that have been really, like well written.
Actually, fair enough.
Especially African Giant.
Like African Giant was.
I feel like that was like one of the first like mainstream Afrobeat like albums that I was like, wow, this is not only well produced but it's well written.
So Wizkid doesn't really have substance. Is that what we say?
I'm not saying that he doesn't, but my point is like everybody has their own pocket. Yeah, everybody has their own pocket.
Wizkid's not to educate us.
No.
It's to have a good time.
But even Burna strayed away from like I can't like Last was a very good song.
Yeah,
written rising.
I feel like this album it seems like he's trying to maybe
find a middle ground.
Between the two vibes as well as like
there's one called Solid with Blast and Kalani.
Oh yeah.
I really like Blast. He dropped tickets, didn't he? I need to see if I'm gonna go.
So that's the thing. It's like they both can fill different spaces. But my point is to go back to the whole idea of like output and like waste and stuff. Like I just feel like if we take that tiny bit more time to just think, okay, what am I actually doing with this? As opposed to, okay, how much can I get from this?
Right.
Perhaps that's where the difference will come in. Because it's very easy to wake up, like, we're all designers in here. We can literally just wake up tomorrow and design anything and just kind of like output.
Yeah.
This
you get what I'm saying?
Perfect segue to this that I saw on Viola Davis's Instagram. It says 5 reminders for the burnt out creative. So it says you can achieve your wildest creative dreams going slow and resting often. That's number 1. Number 2, napping when you said you'd create isn't an effing war crime.
Kind of is though, but I hear her.
Number 3, you are not a bad artist if you're not creating right now. Number 4,
that's a big one.
Your creations won't be any better just because you got it done quicker. You don't need to rush towards your destiny.
I just want to say, I feel like Viola Davis gives like auntie energy with a lot of like her IG. She's always like sharing like quotes and it's proper cute.
No, it's proper.
Yeah. It's a bit too positive for me, but
And number 5,
bad vibes.
You don't need to keep up momentum race to stay relevant or be at battle with stagnancy. Trust the rhythm of your work, of your creative journey. Stillness is not stagnancy. You're always evolving. You are momentum.
Cute face. I have thoughts on the last one.
This is my thing, yeah. Like I hear what you're saying, and it all makes sense.
But this is not her, by the way. This is a repost.
Now, of course, she's reposted it, but none of that is applicable
to today.
Like you saying, oh yeah, like you saying, oh, I'm meant to do some creative work and you have a nap. Don't feel bad about it. Nah, feel bad about it because you were meant to do it and you didn't do it. You had the nap. You should feel bad because that's what you told yourself. If you said, okay, I'm going to have a nap and then do some work. Nah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, yeah. I'm so sorry. Like, there's nothing wrong with feeling bad when you've done something that you shouldn't have done. Burns, I'm sorry. Like, am I lying? Like, look,
get your ass up and work.
No, my point is,
you're sounding very Tory.
Nah. Hear me out. Hear me out, Burns, because this is my thing, yeah. And I've realized that, like, even me, perhaps even earlier in.
Pull yourself up by the straps.
No. But I'm saying, like, even earlier in the podcast, like, first few episodes, I remember, like, I used to be like very, very like, we can do it as creators. But I'm realizing, that. You need to be someone with a bit of discipline.
Oh, you need to be disciplined.
Because the thing is, you can't say, oh yeah, I was meant to do some work, but I was tired, so I fell asleep. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so but the thing is, you can't praise yourself for that.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I feel a lot of people do that, like, oh,
like swaddle ourselves.
Yeah, like, oh, I didn't do it, but I'm an artist. I'll do it at my own time. Like, if you don't create that,
you need to
create a timetable for yourself. I need to get it done. I'll get it done. Simple. Yeah. And if it's too difficult for you because of maybe, I don't know, your mental health or how you're feeling, then let it be that. And I'm not feeling well right now.
I think what it is now in our generation is that we've got we always bring up mental health now.
That's fine.
No, but it's like a cop out.
No, I was gonna. That's why I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna say is a bit controversial because I feel like sometimes maybe we like. Our generation is very soft in comparison to others.
So soft.
I
don't think so.
Okay,
no, the
okay,
generation is
let me rephrase. I think because we are so hyper aware of the various like human whatevers, and like we have things that we can identify and we know like we can express our feelings and all this kind of stuff. Because all of that is there, I think that sometimes we can probably put too many things on ourselves or like highlight. You know, sometimes it's good to like highlight the problem.
Yeah.
And it's good to know what you're dealing with. But then sometimes I worry that we maybe focus too much on, we know this is the issue, that's it. So we've heavily identified the issue.
We know how to identify,
but we don't
but
really
not
know,
solve.
or we either don't know, or we're not ready to move on or like work through it and stuff. But we'll just use this as the thing because we can so well identify this being the thing. But then it's like, when do we move away from, okay, this is the thing, now how do I move forward? Or how do I not use this as an excuse? Or, okay, this might be what I'm dealing with, but how do I can't just stay in this place. I have to, you know, see how I can like pivot. Because I do agree. Sometimes I think, especially as creative people, because I think sometimes emotions get involved in it too.
Of course.
It's very easy to be like, this is just how I feel. And like, we conflate our feelings with like productivity and like, we won't want to do stuff because we don't feel it. But really and truly, we have to like have the discipline to do stuff. Like, we've spoken about it before on the pod. We speak about it a lot. Like, we can't just always be vibes with stuff, all because we can't wait for inspiration for stuff. We actually have to like make the things happen. And so, like, we can't.
It's like we're momentum in it.
Yeah.
So let's be momentum and push forward through the writer's block or creative block or whatever. Because it just makes no sense.
Yeah. Because we're a lot more capable than we realize at times as well.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I've realized when I'm put under pressure,
bro,
I make a mad thing.
So that means you can do it. So
that's the thing. No. But that's the thing. You are always able to.
You are always able. The pressure just helps.
Is this a lot of the reason why we can't do a lot of things, or we can, but we decide not to, is because of mental.
Yeah, it's a mind thing.
Once that thing is unlocked,
shake it. Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, man.
You're right.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in to today's episode of Rule of Thirds. Feel free to share your thoughts with us using the hashtag Rule of Thirds Pod. And for more from us, follow us on Instagram at Rule of Thirds Pod, or our personal accounts for myself, Burns JNR,
Mike at _ man like Mike,
and Jude at Kente Kwame.
Catch you guys in the next one.